welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I thought I would come on and we'd do some book covers. So I have I run challenges in my Facebook group every month. So it will this month, well, by the time this goes up, I think this is going to end up going up in May. So this is for April's challenge. So the challenge for April was a stamped image, so a coloured image. So it was all about colouring in this month. And I did say that if I got more than 15 entries, which I have, I mean, we're towards the end of the month. I think I've got a few days, and there's 19 entries. I would do 2 prizes. So I was trying to think, what prizes can I do? And then I thought, actually, do you know what? One of the things that I love is a notebook or a sketchbook. So I'm going to make the winners a book each. So I just thought I'd come on and I would do it with you. So I've got these A5 sketch pads. And these are from The Works, and they're only £1. And I absolutely love them. I use them all the time to jot down ideas and things like that. You can even art journal in them, which is fabulous. So I just absolutely really love them. So I thought, you know what, let's decorate 2 of these up, and let's create 2 really nice books that the winners can use. Now, the front covers are very flimsy, and it's the only downside to these. However, all I do is I actually make my own. So I've got some grey board, and I know that this is an A5 sketch pad, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up, and we're going to take these off. So I'm only going to do off one of them, and I can do the other one once we're finished. And I just want to take this off because I want the holes. But what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to half, this is an A4 sheet, so I'm going to half it to 5 7/8, because that's half of a A4 sheet. And cut it down the centre, just double check, yep, and that is perfectly half. So now I know there's my 2 front covers. Now to the front cover that's on here, it is slightly smaller, ever so slightly. So the front cover is actually 6 inches, but I just don't like wasting, so I always just cut this, and I've never had a problem with it. Now with this, we do want the hole, so what I do is I have it so that that little lip bit is over that way, and then just grab a pen because you're not going to see it, and then I just go down and make sure to copy where all of those holes are. And what I'll do is I'll do this on both pieces. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see, because I've tried my lights a different way, so I do hope that you can see what I'm doing fine and the lighting's fine. You'll have to let me know, guys. And then I just go along with my single hole punch, and I go and put a little hole in each one, like so. So I'm just going to do that. Now what I was thinking, so I was trying to decide what sort of design to do for these, and I think what I might do is do a black one and a white one, but do the same composition, and yeah, let's see how they both turn out and how different they both look, and then it's like, yeah, so you can see sort of what you can get between. I want to keep all these dots, and you're probably thinking why, but you know what, they create amazing texture. So we're going to actually use these dots on our well, these little circles. Lady Dixon, can you please behave and stop yourself from going into everything? Thank you. So I have a bag of envelopes there that should go to my friends, and she's putting her nose in. Okay, so now that I've done that one, what I'm then going to do, because these are the same size, is I'm going to line them up, and I'm just going to do the same thing. And we're going to put the holes in there. So I like to try and get the holes in well, I like to do the holes first because then I know what we're doing. And then what I normally do is with the back cover and the front cover, so I might even do the backs of them. I haven't quite decided yet. But if I do the backs, I'll do the backs, and then I cover the inside with a really nice paper that will match whatever design that I'm doing, because then I just think it finishes it off, doesn't it? It makes it look really, really pretty. So now what we're going to do, oh, that's really hard. Normally I have to end up getting my husband to do these because it gets really tough on my hands. So I'd say if yeah, if you have any issues with your hands, this can really push them and make them feel quite sore. Well, it just, I can't explain how it is, but yeah, like I said, normally I would get my husband to come in and do it and finish it off for me, but he's not in, so we'll do it ourselves. But yeah, it does hurt. But that's just because I've got no strength in my arm, in my hands. Right, okay, so I don't need that anymore, so let's pop that out of the way. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move those bits up there, because like I said, we are going to use them. I'm not going to get rid. I think it'll look nice to use them on these. What I'm going to do now is, I'm actually going to grab my white gesso. So, oh, it's in a pot. And I'm going to grab my black gesso. Well, I'm not a fan of this black gesso, but I'm going to grab it. It works, it's just you've got to do about 3 coats. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gesso these. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to take the back cover off the other one as well. And I think let's gesso the backs as well. So let's do the backs. So instead of doing both in this video, because this video will end up being super long, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 videos. So we'll start off doing the white gesso, and then the next video that I'll do will be the black gesso. But yeah, like I said, these, by the time you're seeing this video, these will have been sent out to the winners. But do check out my Facebook group, because we have a challenge every month, and it's always something super fun, and everybody just loves taking part. So yeah, it would be nice. I'm doing white first, aren't I? So yeah, it would be nice for you guys to come over and join us. Right, okay, I'm just going to grab a couple of brushes. Let's move them, because like I say, we'll keep the black one and do another, yeah. Oh, right, let me work this out, because they have to be, so that's the inside, so turn it and flip it around, right, so that's the front, that's the back, right, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my white gesso, and I'm just going to prepare the front of my piece and the back piece. So I'm going to put a really nice coat on. I'm going to come in with a stencil as well, I think. So once I've coated this, now this is a really thick gesso, so it's perfect for going through stencils. It is a very sticky gesso, it's like a sticky consistency, but if you can't get hold of the 13 Arts one, I highly recommend this one. I really like it. So this one is a Stamperia gesso, so that's what it looks like, and like I say, I really like it. I prefer my 13 Arts, but I definitely think that this is a good substitute, because it's super thick, and it goes beautifully. No, it does not matter. It goes beautifully through stencils. So I'll finish that sentence off before I go on to the next one. It doesn't matter if I get gesso on the inside of here, so on there, like we have, it's getting covered with paper. So don't worry if you're doing your cover and you get it inside. Honestly, don't worry, because we are going to cover it with paper, because it just makes it look so much prettier. Yeah, I just think it makes a huge difference. So nearly done. What I'm going to do before we go off camera. Well, actually, I need to go off camera because I haven't got a clue what I'm going to put on the front yet. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I know I want to use the same things on both, so as I look around my craft room, what I'm going to do is get 2 little baskets, well, 2 of my little trays, and I'm going to get 2 of everything out. So it might not be the same composition, but it's going to be the same things on both. So yeah, I just think it's quite nice. So you get to see sort of 2 different book covers with 2 different gessos, but with all the same bits. Because what I'm going to do is just concentrate doing the white one, and then I'll restart the video when I come to do the next one. But like I said, we're doing this for my Facebook group. Now I want to stencil. I'm absolutely at the minute in love with our lovely Julia stencils. Oh my goodness me, she makes the most amazing stencils. And yeah, I'm not sure if this will be up, but if it's up by May the 17th or after, then you will have seen the newest stencils. I don't have them yet, which is, yeah, I really want them. Right, that's the back cover. I don't want to put, actually, yeah, let's put some stenciling on the back cover. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, do check them out if they are out. But yeah, they get released on the 17th. So just taking some of my gesso. Like I said, it's really thick gesso, so really good for going through a stencil. So absolutely love it. Because I very rarely, now I'm not worried about that colour coming through, and the reason why this colour's come through, and this is why, guys, you really do need to clean your stencils, is because I was very lazy and I never cleaned my stencil. So yeah, highly recommend you clean your stencils, because then you get stuff happening like that. I mean, it does not matter at all, because we're going to put it's going to have a coat of something else over the top, so I'm not worried in the slightest. I'm thinking just a little bit there. I love this one. Yeah, do you know what? Let's just, because I just feel like we're missing out on loads. Okay. Right. So there's the back cover. So that's probably all I'm going to do with the back cover. Then I'll probably give it another coat of white gesso, and then we'll come in with some paint and yeah, colour it up, or sprays actually. I haven't used sprays in a while, so I might use sprays. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. Right. So I'm just going to take some more of this. I don't want that bit. Go in the bin. That's just a hard bit. Oh, I'm making a right mess with this, Anna, guys. So, like so. Oh, I just love how this looks. Okay. And then make sure to get in. I love using stencils and pastes through them, and just, oh yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I just want a little bit in that corner. Okay. Oh, that was a bit silly of me, wasn't it? Right, let's take that off, because that really did not work. And this is the good thing as well about gesso. Well, actually, you can do a texture paste, so it's not just gesso you can do it. But you can just, if you make a mistake, you can just scrape it off and do it again, which is so cool. And then I want it just a little bit there. I'm hoping I've got enough on my palette knife. Not quite. So just add a little bit in there. Right, okay. Love that. Right, so I can't add that back in because that gesso has been tarnished with pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these to dry. I'm going to go and wash my stencil straight away and my palette knife, because obviously I don't want to ruin it, but as you can see on the back I've got Distress ink. I tend not to clean them after Distress ink. I really should, but yeah. So I mean, you'll see that I've got, let me just move this over so you can see, you'll see that I've got more stenciling on the back than on the front, and the reason for that is because you're going to see all of the back stenciling. You're not really going to see much of the, oh, that's come up, but that is fine, because what we'll do is once it's dry, I'm going to go over it again with some gesso. But yeah, I'm going to clean all of these off, and then I'm going to go through my stash, find some bits to add on to these, and then we'll be back. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Now I've got a few bits out of my stash. Let me just, I have half a cup of coffee left. My husband's asked me to put the kettle on, and then he'll make them. So if I drink this, I'll get a nice fresh one, won't I? Okay, so I have got a few bits out of my stash. So I love creating backgrounds with wooden letters. So this is all the wooden letters that I have. I was going to pick some more up in the works when I was there a few weeks ago, but yeah, I knew I already had a load, so I want to use these up first before I buy more. But I'm going to use the letters as the background on both books. I found this piece that was gifted to me, and I thought this will be nice as well to use on both books, so I'll cut that down. I did pick up some doilies to put on, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then I've got these handmade signs that I bought many years ago when I was doing my sewing. So I sewed them on my little teddy bears that I was making, and yeah, I thought these would be really cool for texture as well. So I've got 5 of them each. And then I also found these wooden words for when we're finished. So we've got believe, smile, and love. So that's going to be the sentiments that we pop on, and then I'm probably going to grab some flowers out of my stash, because as most of you know, I have to add flowers onto my mixed media projects. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to cut this down, because I would like to have this as some texture on our piece, so that's what I'm sort of going to do. Okay, so just like that, and I think that I want that just to go up across the top there, and then I'm thinking that maybe have a piece to go across the bottom as well in that corner, not too much, but yeah, so let's see how that goes. I love stuff like this that you can sort of cut down, and I think that's why I love my chipboards so much. Okay, so then I have this bit, which actually I'm thinking of there, so keep them to there. Now what I'm going to do you know what else? I think we've got enough. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some on the back as well of the cover, because I think that'll be really nice. And again, just a little extra detail, isn't it? And then that should give us enough left over for our other cover as well. Like I said, the composition on both of the books are going to be different, but we're going to be using the same products. So it's going to be, I haven't got a clue of how I'm going to do these yet. It is just going to be see what happens as I sort of go along, and hopefully they'll turn out quite nice. It's how I tend to work anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking that there, and then we've got plenty left for the next book, so I'm just going to put that back in the tray. I'm going to grab these 5. Now I'm going to stick everything down with gel medium. So now my book has curled, and that's just where it's dried. Should have really put a book on top of it or something. We're going to have these this way, I think. And again, it's just to add that little bit extra something, isn't it? So I have that bit on there. We have this bit there. So I'm thinking something like that. I'm liking that, right? Because I'm liking that, let's grab our gel medium and let's adhere it down. So do I want to do it with a brush or a palette knife? I think I'll do it with my palette knife. Okay, so making sure to have plenty on because I do want this to last. So gel medium is definitely one for if you want your projects to last. Although I think with wooden elements, if you were to use wood glue, I think that would work just as well. But definitely if you're using metal elements or heavier elements, gel medium is the way forward. So I'm just going to make sure we've got plenty on. I love using my palette knife to pop the glue on. I don't know why. But yeah, I just find it quite nice and therapeutic. Take out the lid. It has actually, it is nearly dry actually in the lid, but that's fine. So again, and then if we can use it, we shall. Okay. I'm just going to stick that one there like so. And then I do have a bit coming out, but we just scrape that away because normally I don't mind it coming out, but for this particular piece I'd rather it didn't. So then I'm just going to come in and we're just going to pop on some gel medium on the back of here. So I'm just sort of trying to get it because I think that you'll end up seeing the gel medium on this one. Okay, I want to make sure it's as straight as possible. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit and then sort of pop it on there like so. Now I will give this probably a good few hours. Look at that, isn't he a star? Oh, thank you, husband. He's awesome, isn't he, guys? He really is awesome. Right, okay, so I'm just going to do this bit as well. Now, we've still got those, the bits that we punched out for our holes, so the little circles. I still want to add them because, like I said, they add some gorgeous texture in. Oh, do you know what else I thought we could add? Some microbeads. I love using microbeads. They create such a lovely texture on your piece. Definitely something to add in. Right, I'm just making sure the sort of round at the ends we've got like a thicker bit of gel medium, just so that I know that these are going to stick down and not come up. So yeah. Now, I know that it will not adhere straight away with the gel medium. You are best off, so that will fall off if I tip it upside down. However, if I leave that to dry, you will find that will be completely solid. So don't feel like when you're using gel medium, don't feel like you have to you put absolutely loads on because it's not working, or if you're putting a delicate piece of like chipboard, if you're putting that over there and you put it on right at the end and it doesn't feel like it's sticking, honestly just leave it until it's completely dry and it will make a huge difference because it will sit perfectly. So next thing I want to do, I'm just going to grab it in my little box. So I have broken up words like this, for instance. I don't bin them because they make amazing absolutely amazing backgrounds. I love using letters. I really do. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I don't buy the letters to spell anything out. I literally buy them for this purpose, for doing backgrounds. I mean, straight away I'm loving the look of this. And we are just popping random letters on, not thinking about it. I'll be doing exactly the same with the other book. Put it that way actually. Like this one said Daddy, but I'm still going to use it. I do want my scissors, so I just want to break off this. I'll cut this end bit off if I can. There we go. Because it still creates such a lovely background. So don't get rid of anything that you've that's like any words or anything like that that you've got that have broken while in storage, honestly, because they still make the most amazing backgrounds. I mean, this isn't going to look like much until it's we've painted it all and we've done it all. Right, give me 2 seconds. I need a brush. This will do, because we've just got a load of gel medium on there, so I'm just going to sort of brush it in so that we don't have it. And as you can see on the front cover, it looks like the stenciling. It's not really going to be seen as much, but I really do not mind at all. Because, you know, it's just part of the process. Right, that's backwards, but I'm loving it. So I'm just going to add a few bits in and around, because I mean, I don't know who is the winner yet, because like I said, the winners have not been drawn. Still got a couple of days yet, but I was trying to think of prizes. I'll send like a few goodies as well, but yeah, I was trying to think of some nice prize, like a nice prize, and I thought, but something that was useful as well. So this is what I came up with. I hope it's actually okay. I hope they like it. You always worry, don't you, whether or not the person receiving it will like it. Now you'll notice as well, I'm putting the letters on back to front, upside down, all over the place. It's yeah, there's just something about it. I just love it. I mean, how gorgeous is this looking? It doesn't have to make sense. It really, really doesn't. And that is the really good thing about mixed media. I love the fact that we can just experiment and really, really go for it. So yeah, oh, I just love it. I really, really love it. I think I want, we've got the love for the our sentiment, but I'm wondering whether to add one. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to add one there as well. I got these loves, and I think anyone who's in the UK who has a pound shop near them has probably got these loves as well. They were in my pound shop and they were reduced to 50p. So me being me, I bought quite a few. Right, okay, now I've got the bigger letters. I've got a few smaller letters left, so I'm going to add these in. Just in a few places. So as you can see, I'm not going overboard at all with my with the letters. I'm just adding them in a few places. I'm adding them on top, and again, that's to bring in the texture. I'm, you know, I'm having fun. Having a lot of fun actually. This is really cool. Right, okay, where's that one? Because I definitely want to add some more on, all the way around. Oh, I like that bee there. Now I want something to sort of go. Oh, I'm liking that R. Do I want it upside down or? Oh, I like that. Yes, I do. I think that looks fabulous. Or I've got. No, I think the R. I love this R. I think it looks amazing. So again, just putting gel medium everywhere, but that's fine, because now you'll see that it's only connected to my piece from 3 sides, but because I'm using the gel medium, it's completely fine, as long as you give enough time for all of this to dry. So like I said, I'll probably give these this overnight to dry before coming back and starting my colouring in. But yeah, love it, love it. I just love how it looks. Right, do I want, I'm loving the half words because they're not really making any sense at all, which I just think is fabulous. Now I've got to think of a, oh, what do you call it? A focal image or something, and I'm thinking because it doesn't make sense, I might have a look at my Alice in Wonderland stuff. Oh, we've got a random leaf there. That shouldn't be in there, but that's fine. Yeah, I like that. So, and I don't need all of that on there. So let's take a little bit off. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that as well. So do the same with that one. Okay. Oh, I love it. Right. I'm absolutely loving that. I don't think I want to add it on anymore. I mean, doesn't that look fab? You're probably thinking, no, Dawn, it's not looking great at all. I think you need to sort it out. Well, trust me, when we get that colour on and when we go for it, it's going to look amazing. So I'm just going to close up my gel medium for a moment. I'm using 13 ounce gel medium because it is a heavy bodied gel medium, so it's perfect for projects like this. So if you are to do any projects using like where it's like this, you want a heavy bodied one, there's plenty out there. So just if you just type in heavy gel medium, then loads will come up, and they all more or less work the same way. So right, what I'm going to do is I want to add some of these little bits on. I'm just going to add my normal glue to add these on, but yeah, but I just want you to see that you can use everything. And it's really, really cool that you can use everything. So I'm just going in and sort of dropping these on just randomly. Okay. Come on, because I've got gel medium on my fingers, so they're sticking to them. Now I don't know how these ones are going to be. So, because these ones are just thin, so I don't know if they'll show up. I hope they do. I think I'm going to change the tactics. We're going to use the embellishment one, so I'm just going to go around and add on loads of glue dots just randomly, and then we'll just start sticking them down, because I really do think that's probably the best way to do it, especially with me having gel medium on my fingers. And the downside about having gel medium on your fingers is it is a nightmare to get off. So I'll be picking that off for days. Oh, I'm loving this. So like I said, use everything that you have, but it's just to add more sort of interest really to our piece. There's no sort of, yeah, and you're probably thinking, oh, would you just put them in the bin? But you'll see. It will look awesome. Well, I'm saying you'll see. I don't even know yet whether or not it's going to look amazing yet. I'm just hoping it's going to look amazing, but I just think it's daft not to, really. Okay, don't want to use them all because we want to use some on our other one as well. So I'm going to be careful, I think, with the amount that I pop on. I've got 2 up there, and I think we'll leave it at that. So I've got different heights and different bits. Do I want to add on, where are the microbeads? So it doesn't really matter which colour, does it? That one's actually nearly empty. That would be fine. Right, all my microbeads came from Craftbox, but you can get them really, really cheap off places like AliExpress and eBay. I'm not sure. I'm sure other places will have them as well. Right. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick some gel medium in a few spots, like so, And then I'm going to grab the beads and we're going to pop those beads in, because they really do help. Like, oh, the texture on them is just gorgeous. Love it. So yeah, they stick everywhere. They're a bit of a nightmare to use. Well, they can be a bit of a nightmare to use, but highly suggested, because they look fab as well. Everything just looks fab today, guys, doesn't it? It all looks fab. Right, I'm just going to go, oh, so I've just knocked that, push that back down, and then we're just going to grab our seed beads and pop them in place like so. Okay, like that. Loving that. Now when you come to dry brushing and doing whatever it is that you want to do on your piece, you will find that you're going to lose some of these. It's just unfortunately, it's just one of those things. It happens. So don't you know, worry too much if you do lose quite a few. Yeah, it does just happen. I keep putting the micro beads, I keep putting them all in. Just right, I'm thinking that I want some either in this corner, turn it around, yeah, I think this corner. Okay, I want to get all the micro beads out of there if I can, so let's really get in there. Okay, right, and then I'm just going to do that, and actually let's tip it on this time. Okay, like so, and I'm just going to push it in with my finger, and then we're going to tip it off. There we go. So yeah, I'm liking that. I just want to bring that out though just a little bit, because we've sort of lost the texture underneath, so I want to bring some of that back. So I'm just going to push it out of the way. There we go. Right, I'm happier now. Okay, so that is our cover all done. So we'll use those micro beads on the black one, but yeah, how gorgeous is that looking? So I'm going to leave this to dry properly overnight, coat it with white gesso. Once it's coated with white gesso, we'll come back and yeah, we will start colouring. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I completely forgot about our back piece, so I thought, yeah, I better come back on. So I'm just going to glue this down. I'm just going to use my paintbrush for this one. So make sure there's plenty of gel medium on, and then we're going to stick that in. So like I say, making sure there's plenty on in which to, yeah, have it adhered down. So same along the bottom, like this. And again, I'm going to leave this the same amount of time. So what I'll probably do is I will paint this at the same time as I paint the front one. So I'll cover it with white gesso. So that feels like it's going to come off, but if I leave that and don't touch it, when I come back tomorrow, it will be completely fine. So yeah, I need to get some water, because my brush has gel medium on, and if you don't put water over it, you will destroy it. So yeah, a little tip for you there, because it dries really hard. But then if you do that, you can then use the brush in a mixed media project, so it's not all lost, is it? Anyway, once these are dry, I will be back. Right, so these are dry. I've left them overnight and they're solid. I have given them a wash with some white gesso, but I'm just looking at actually, I'm wondering whether just to give it another go over with the white, just because it doesn't look very good, does it? So let me grab a paintbrush and let's just see if we can just cover these. Now the ink that was on those little dots has come through, but that doesn't worry me. I quite like the look of it actually. So yeah, so the colours that I've decided to use and to go for are sort of pink colours. So I've got pinks and I've got a black and a white and a gold and mica spray. So they're the colours that I'm going to go for, and I am going to do the same colours on both this one and the black one. So when you see the black cover go up on my channel, you'll know what colours they're going to be, because like I said, I wanted to keep the same things together, like the same, oh what's the word, like the same supplies for each, but just do different bits. So while that's just drying, I'm going to do the back. So I've got a chalk yellow amber from 13 Arts. This one I'm thinking is one of my watercolour ones. I haven't actually wrote it down what it is, but I think it's the pissed one, which is the PSST, I think that's how you say it. Not that it's drunk or anything, but I've got that. I've got my fuchsia in my gloss spray, so I really like it. I thought we could start with that. I've got a black, I've got a white, I've got my pastel dirty pink, I've got my craft box pink, and then this one is actually a Nouveau one. So the colour of this is Aspen Gold. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to use. So that's what I thought. But I'm going to start off with getting the gloss spray down first. So I'm going to just shake that up, and then we're just going to spray it. I want the heaviest colour on the corners. So just like that. Now I have got my my trusty tea towel down. So this will, oh, isn't that gorgeous? So hopefully that will soak up any bits. Now I'm making sure to clean my nozzle on these, because it is a plastic spray. So so yeah, so now that I've got them down, I'm going to come in with this one because I like the look of this one. So hopefully it will work. There we go. So I'm just going to have that actually running down the middle. Now the gloss spray should be at the bottom. Oh, isn't that looking lovely? I love the colours of that. Oh, look at this. I've got the spray everywhere. It's the only downside. I think actually I might be better off with my box. I was thinking that I'll be okay, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and grab my box and we'll spray it inside of that. So I have a nice big box that I've just cut the sides and stuff off. So yeah, it'll stop it all going everywhere. So there we go. So not very nice on camera, but still. Right, let me bring in my lights so that we can get some really good lighting on this. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see that. So I'm loving how that's looking. I want to add some white in though. So I'm just going to move them out the way. Make sure it's all, oh look at that, how gorgeous is that. So the white is mainly alcohol spray, and you can sort of see that. I don't know why it's spraying off like like weird ways, but it is. But yeah, I think that's just it repelling the plastic, which is really, really nice. Like I say, I haven't used my sprays in a while. I'm not an expert at them, but I do love playing with them. So what I'm thinking actually is put a bit more white in there. So I'm liking how that's looking. And then what I think is let's dry that off and let's see how the colour goes. Right, I'll dry it off camera because I think it's going to take a while, and then okay, I'm back. So I'm actually going to change my mind. I'm just going to use all of the Dina Wakley sprays because I'm just sort of, I don't think I like how the mica sprays look for this particular project. So what I'm going to do is I've got these really need shaking up. So I've got my magenta, so let's give this a really good shake. So you want to be able to hear the ball on the bottom, because there is a ball in these, and obviously you can't because it needs shaking up. So I am shaking it from side to side because that's the best way of doing it. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some of this on. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, remember to wipe my nozzle. And then I want to bring in some of the white because we've lost our white space. So I'm going to bring that in just down the centre. Oh, it's not, oh there we go. Oh, actually I'm loving how that's looking. I'm just going to, that is already starting to block. But how gorgeous does that look? And then I'm going to bring in my eggplant. And we're going to dry it off. So just a sort of a nice misted of it. So I'm actually going to leave this because it is better to leave your gloss sprays to dry naturally. Loving how that's looking. It's not really picking up the colour very well on camera, and I think it's because I've got the box. But what I'll do is when it's all dry, I will come back and I will show you it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the front cover as well. So let's bring that in. So again, I'm going to start off with the darker colour, so with the fuchsia, and do that in the corners like so. Okay. Oh, must remember to clean those nozzles. And then I want to come in with the magenta. So just now it's not going to look like much, but when I come in and I do my dry brushing on this, it is really going to transform the whole piece. And honestly, it makes such a difference when you do a dry brushing. So yeah, and then I'm going to put, because this isn't spraying properly, I want some areas with the white. Loving that. That's looking good. And then the last one, I want to come in with some eggplant. So this, yeah, we can get a nice mist in with this one. So right, so that's it. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave this to dry on its own. So when this is dried on its own, I will be back. We'll do some dry brushing and we'll add our finishing pieces. But loving how it's looking, but it will change as it dries as well. So yeah, so I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I'm back and it's all dry. How gorgeous are those looking? So vibrant, so vibrant. Okay, what I'm going to do now is we are going to bring out some of that texture. So I'm going to do some dry brushing. So I've just got a brush here and I'm just going to take a little bit of my white gesso, and using the lid, I'm going to work that into my brush. I need a little bit more, I think, than that. Okay, and I'm just going to work it into my brush, and we're just going to do, with a flicking motion, go over the top of it. And what we're doing is we're going to build it up. So you're not going to see much at the start, but we're going to build it up. I'm going to try and bring out some of that texture using our white gesso. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. I love it. So just like this. I am very tempted actually to bring in some black. I do have some black ink, and I'm wondering whether to add some black ink in somewhere, but then I think, oh, will I just ruin it? And will we have to start again if I was? Yeah, that is the question. Anyway, no, I don't think we will, because then I'd have to have black ink onto the other ones, and yeah, let's leave it as is. Okay, so just going to keep going over, and we'll just keep working it like so. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it. Really nice. So just trying to bring out some of that texture. Just move those bits out of the way. So that's what we're doing. Okay, and then it also, what dry brushing does as well, it tones it down. So say you wanted something to be a lot paler than what it is, then doing your dry brushing will tone it down. I don't want to tone it down because I think it looks absolutely gorgeous as is. I'm loving all of it and how it looks. So yeah, so I'm just going to finish up doing that to keep an eye on the time today. Right, so I know when to do, because I keep getting distracted, so I want to make sure that actually I do tea on time today. But I've got plenty of time. I've got a good few hours yet. Okay, right. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the back cover as well. And you're probably thinking, why? There's not much texture on there. Well, do you know, we have our you know, our stenciling, we've got the bits on there, and it'll all be picked up by just doing our dry brushing. So it is worth doing, definitely worth doing. So let's move that out of the way. I love how it looks. So okay, just like so, and it's just to bring out all of that texture. I just love the look of the texture. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Right, okay. Yeah, I don't think we need any more. I think I want some white splashes. Actually, no, we'll have black splashes, I think. Let's do some black splashes because I think that'll look really nice. Now, I do have some flowers, and I've changed what I was going to put on the front, so I'm actually going to pop this on. So I'm going to put on Friends. Not sure where it's going to sit yet, but we will see as we pop this together. So I do need to grab some paper to cover the inside, and I'm thinking, what better than to use a nice pink. So I've got a pink glitter that actually looks terrible. I don't know if you can see that. That's actually really, really bad. It's like the glitter sheet's not being stuck on properly. Oh, well, they're not going to be very good to use, are they? I think the pale pink. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do first is I want to stick these down. So I need to have my trimmer, and I'm just going to cut this in half. So this is an A4 piece, so I'm going to cut it to 5 7/8, and that should give me, well, it should have given me two exactly the same pieces, but it's not quite that size. So let's get out the other sheet. Yeah. Okay, and then what I'll do is for the other one, we'll go with the darker pink for the other one. So I'm just going to take them out, because the other one is black. Okay. It's going to be weird because in this video you're just seeing me create just this one. So you'll probably be finding this video quite weird because I've been taking stuff out as we've been going along. Sorry about that. To do the yeah, to finish off the black one as well, because I am doing them side by side. So right, okay, I need my glue, so I'm just going to grab it, and hopefully now it shouldn't be blocked, because I did in fact empty out, not empty out, I cleaned my bits on it. I'm just going to take a little bit off there. Yeah, I think that, oh yeah, there's a blockage in that bit, so I need to make sure that blockage is out. I think that's out. Oh, do you know what, let's just keep it off for now, because I don't want the blockage, like I said, I've just cleaned my nib and everything, so I don't want the blockage to go back in. So making sure I've got plenty of glue on. I've got some of the beads there, so let's take them off. And then I need to make sure that we get in all of the centres of this bit, because we are going to punch the holes out, because what I'm wanting to do is, before I put all of the finishing touches to this, I would really like for us to pop it back onto the book, so that it's back on there before we start putting everything on, and then it can be just left to dry. So yeah, I'm hoping whoever wins this likes it. I've enjoyed making it. Okay, so just making sure that's nice and adhered. The good thing about this this glue is it does dry very much straight away, so that I am glad about. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to grab my hole punch, and just where these holes are, I'm just going to take my hole punch, and we're going to cut out those holes again. So just like so, and it will be hard because we've got mediums and stuff over the top, so you do have to go through those unfortunately, which can be a bit of a pain, but trust me, it's so worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same to the back cover. I'm going to put the because I don't know if you can hear Quincy sort of wondering about, he's wanting something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off camera. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the pink paper on the back of that, and then I'm going to put it back on the book, and I'll be back. Right, okay, so that is the book all put together. So I've just put it back on, but I mean, doesn't that look so much better just having that inside covered? So off to the side of me, so let me just move these out the way 1 second. I've got some gold leaves. I have some purple and white calla lilies. Now I need to split. Whatever I use on this one, I have to use the exact same on the other one. We've got pink there. I've got this bits of greenery, which I thought might be quite nice to add in. And then just loads of pink flowers. So the plan is... So make sure, because I need to make sure whatever I use, we have 2 of everything. Because like I said, I would like it to go onto the black one as well. So it'd all be the same. Right, I'm just going to wrap that around there. So we're going to start off with some flowers. Okay. Don't know if I want those ones. Okay, because I love flowers. I just think flowers really do bring a project to life. So yeah, I think as I go, what I might do is pop over to this side what we use, and then we could, like I say, we can keep it for... Oh, I've got these ones as well. I've got these little ones. I haven't really brought much like out, but I didn't want really big flowers, and that seems to be what I have mainly, is really big flowers, and it really isn't what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a few little bits for this. So oh, lovely. And there's the dogs. So that is Lucy playing with Lady, I'm assuming. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too noisy for you guys. Hopefully. Right, okay, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Right, yeah, put another one of them on. So I put a couple of bits extra on. Like I say, I'm going to move them all over. Now, I have these gold leaves that I've had in my stash forever and a day. And, you know, I think this might be the perfect project to sort of add them in and around. That one's a bit too big. I want the smaller ones. So, yeah, I'm liking that. Really liking that. I'm thinking that, oh, that's nice, but do I have another bit like that? That's the only downside, isn't it? No, I don't. Okay, so, right, what I think I'll do then is let's just cut that, because like I say, I want a small piece for there. That can go on there. And then I have this piece. Oh, I like that. And then I think what I might do is just fill in the gaps with these. So two. So we get another 4 of those ones each to work with, and another one of them ones to work with. So yeah, perfect. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is, because these are for the next one, is I'm just going to pop them in there, so I know that that's all I'm allowed to use. So like I say, I really want these 2 books to be exactly the same, like using the exact same product, sorry, but just having different compositions and using different gessos. So I have my glue gun to hand. I am going to grab a few glue sticks out, so I think we may need them. And what I'm going to start doing is just sticking these down like so. So like that, and we have just had a blob of glue just go there. Luckily I managed to pick it up, so that was good. Okay, just move out the way. Right, okay, where's my glue sticks? Pop that one in. Let's say we're going to need it. So just making sure to more or less follow what we've just put down. It will change slightly, it always does, but I'm going to try and keep it very much the same. If we can. So put these down, and then the little extra bits, what we can do is we can use them to fill up any gaps that we have. So that's what we're going to use those ones for. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then we do have these, which we, like I said, we can fill up the gaps with. I didn't, like I said, I've got loads of flowers, but I didn't want this to be really big and bulky. I wanted it to be quite nice and sort of delicate. So that's what I was sort of going for with this. So I'm hoping I've achieved it. So I'm just going to take the wires off these because we don't need them. I'm loving the gold leaves. I think that looks lovely. I want just another one to in this bit. So as you can see, I'm just filling out a few of those areas with our leftover flowers. So there we go. Oh, I like that. I think that's lovely. And then what I want to do, we have friends here. I think the best place is actually up at the top, just because it's a flat surface. However, if I was to put it over there, the best way for you to do it would be, you can, actually I could still do it. Just thinking, should we have it just along the bottom there? It's like it was made to go there, wasn't it? But I think, yeah, up there. Anyway, for this, I am going to just use my gel medium for this bit, because I just find that it will stick permanently and it'll be so much better, whereas the flowers are paper, so the glue gun works much better. And it's more, with the flowers, you want it to stick immediately. So this will be the last thing. I was thinking of putting black splatters on, but I don't think I will, because like I say, whatever I add to this one, I've got to add to the black one. So I think let's just keep it quite simple. So do look out for the next video, the next mixed media video, because it will be the black version of this journal. Like I said, the people who have won it should have received their gifts by now. But if you would like to come over to my Facebook group and join in with us, then please do. We would love to have you. It's such a friendly group. I love everyone who's in there, and they're just so amazing. Their work is amazing. Everything's just fabulous. So yeah, do come over and check it out. Actually, you know what? I've just found these, and I'm thinking these might be nice as well. So if it goes on this one, goes on the other one. So they get 3 each. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to add them on as well just because they're there, so why not? Okay. So, yeah, so if you, the links to my Facebook group are in the, in my description box below, so do check that out. But yeah, so like I said, the next video to crop up that will be mixed media will be the other version to this. So I can't wait. And then what I'll probably do is at the end of the black version of this book, I'll put them side by side so you can see them both together. So do keep an eye out for that. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've loved making it. It's just been so nice to get my mixed media bits and pieces out again. I think this looks so delicate and absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I do. I love it. Really looking forward now to seeing the black one all finished. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hopefully we'll see you again very soon in another video. But until then, do take care and happy crafting. Bye.